Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and our home team. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and our home team. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid.
Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
52 the mic. First down.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. With that, let's take a look here at the Charger defense.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, watch the slant.
Bell. Desmond King making the tackle. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play, and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Darnold from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. That's going to be caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play fake. Rivers. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Single. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
390. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the pass complete to Enunwa. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Going up top. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the play, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Here goes Check, Mike 21. Get this worm on.
on 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Anunwa's got it. Complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A screen to Bell. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now Gordon on 1st down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Block 15.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rivers now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Rivers. Whipping run into Allen. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Come get some.
Play action now. Rivers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jordan Jenkins showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to get to the 1st down marker. Rivers to throw it. Gets it to Gordon. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now it's Darnold hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Out right here to Herndon. The Jets on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and score. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They run it here with Gordon. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Crowder. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you're head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our player's spotlight now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Now it's 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Gets through, and now an opening. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Black 15!
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters an offense.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 52, come on. Check.
Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play action. It's Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because
that's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Darnold's pass complete to
now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 14-10.
Next to score, Jets, 14.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check 390, not 180. So don't say nothing. Check 13. Check 13.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Hey, Brown 80.
He was brought down by Chicago for life. It's a gain of 6.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He finds his target, it's Crowder. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold, and he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out now come the Jets. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 12 yards there and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Darnold now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Denzel Perryman drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And that will come the offense as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Throwing Rivers, and it's complete. Henry, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Rivers now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake here, Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. To throw is Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Now Benjamin. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Hey, bro, 80. I smell fear here.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. He got 29 yards that time. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks, because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
We're going to sign. 21, Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Shift.
On first down, Bell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Josh Bellamy, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Darnold on third and goal. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested.
Complete to Jamison Crowder. Touchdown, New York. The kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Ryan Allen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Darnold and the Jets now. Down 24-21. A minute 46 to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Darnold trying to hustle everybody along with the clock moving. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Darnold. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Wesco. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 42. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
On 2nd down, Michaels. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure. Had a chance at a long field goal there at the end to try and tie it. They elect to not kick it, and they lose the game.
And I think what we'd all love to see is that little slip of paper